Sit back and relax.
May chaos reign. War has been avoided, and the lands of Remedigan and Adishmere have a common ground now in Grand Duke of Adishmere and Prince of Remedigan's Tayson Firewell.
As I take you out of your reality.
Long live the Waffle Hut. The demons are starting to flood the lands. The ward is stretched thin, and the Guardians are only now just rebuilding. But just as the plant Cilium exists, there is hope for everything to be healed.
An end to my nightmarish dream world.
2 other sovereign lands must be reached if there will be hope, though. The locked kingdom of Gratisbar is still lost to the surface world, and the round-capped rainforest still needs to be informed. Time is our enemy.
Welcome back to the Bros and Dragons podcast.
We must find a way.
We will find a way.
I'm your host and dungeon master, Daniel Gentry, and with me are...
Geek Girl Alyssa, and I play Mirinda Shren, aka Montera Lilnas, Cleric of the Five, and Soul Knife Rogue.
Hannah the DM, and I play Stroop Waffle, Guardian of Bengen, a druid.
Nerdworks, and I play Tayson Firewell, Reluctant Prince of 2 Nations and Omniom Sorcerer.
I'm Posh, and I play Ulgi, a Gloomstalker Ranger of the Ward.
Let us adventure on.
Group did not exactly explain what a black tie event was to Tayson. And so Tayson goes digging through Martin's entire closet and gets as many black ties as he can. And hands them to us all, thinking that that's the one thing that a black tie event is. While hilarious, we're going to have to rectify this later, but that's a later problem, not a now problem, because right now, I'm trying to avoid them asking me questions about addendum, and she's like blushing as she does like this, because I don't know what our relationship status is, and I don't, the questions are making me uncomfortable, but also like, anyway, now we're in a tunnel, and we're doing our thing, and trying to find out more about Deimos, and all of this and that, and yeah. Let's adventure on.
Yeah. I like it. So
They're all muted.
They're not.
Who's all muted?
You were muted for a second. I fixed it. It's
Okay.
OBS had a seizure.
Okay.
I had it bite down on something. Everything's
then we need Lissa to do it again.
I missed out on maybe the first sentence, and I've already figured out where I'm going to cut it and edit it. It's fine.
Okay. So you mean if we do anything, we really mess it up for you?
No, because I've already written down my timestamps. Boom! Year and a half of doing this shit. I figured out some stuff.
That's all it takes. You all start crawling into this tunnel. At this point, it's not super tight, but it is only about a 5-foot tunnel that you're walking through. Has no other exits. It looks like it was cut into the rock here.
Does anyone else have secret tunnel stuck in their head now?
Always.
Yes, absolutely. Secret tunnel. Also,
No, keep going, Hannah.
I didn't before.
secret tunnel.
To the mountain.
Anyway, Stroop is a giant spider. She had wild shaped, and is crawling on the side of the cavern, and peeked her little spider head around.
Oh, you want to see if we see anything? Sure. Give me a perception.
A spiderception check.
Spiders
was there
right now.
Too
You're
bad if
gonna be
something
so
was
proud.
actually there hidden around the corner and just around the corner goes, what's over here? And in the darkness is just a spider head.
Not only do I have dice for this week, I also have my character sheet pulled up. So
Oh my
Is
god.
it rubber ducky
dice?
dice? That's the only important set that I think you are.
and I found the people who made them on TikTok. So that's pretty cool. Cool. I got a dirty 22.
I don't think that's how it works, but sure. You peek your head around the corner and you see more of a weavy, windy tunnel. With your perception check, you could tell that there are what you could see. Doesn't look like there's any kind of setup or alarm system or anything. It just looks like a small carved out cave.
I would like to motion with my spider leg. Like it was like this, and now it's like it was in a fist to stop. I forgot we're doing this in podcast form. It's in a fist to stop, like in the military, and then
Okay.
I look back and I wave them on. I wave on
Okay,
the
who
rest
is
of the group.
closest to Miranda right now?
So if I remember right, it's Stroop, Posh, Ava, Miranda, G-Mine, Tayson, Posh.
You said Posh twice. Where's Algie?
It's what I'm at. Algae. Leave me alone! We knew this was going to be a problem!
Yep, it's still my favorite thing.
I think we've broke the code for breaking Doc's brain.
No, but I said this is a first. In 30-something years of playing tabletop RPGs and hundreds of them, and being on multiple podcasts, this is the first time that an NPC was the name of one of my players.
I mean, this is you earned this. You've earned this.
Thanks.
You played as me in a game I existed in. This is your fault. Anyway,
I did.
You just wait until I start getting in fights with Posh, and I'm sitting there
Yeah.
bickering with Posh, and it's Posh fighting with Posh.
it's this. Listen, whatever your therapy is, that's fine.
The rule is, and I will warn you, that I'm not allowed to kill these NPCs. That's per nerd work. Good luck.
Miranda turns to Algies, I'm guessing is the closest. Because,
He's up front of Ava in front of you.
okay.
I've also
then,
tried to stay in as in the dark as possible.
And I almost forgot to cover this because of who you are. At the first time Ava bumps into you, she places a hand on your shoulder, and then every now and then you feel the bump of her finger like she's used to dealing with somebody like this.
Okay. Nice. Okay. All right.
She turns to G-Mine then, I guess,
Okay.
and goes, if I didn't know that Stroop was the spider, that would be disturbing.
I feel like the spider keeps saying in my head, Waffle Hut franchise. And then I hear like, long live the Waffle Hut, but and I just assume that's what it means.
You know, I can understand that, but given that we have been attacked by skull spiders, and I was... She's like doing like this on her face, like wiping it, like holding her throat, like...
So how did you encounter Skull Spider?
Look, some people give rocks like penguins to someone that they like, and sometimes when they're a devil, that means, unfortunately, there are side effects from said rock. And, he gets a side effect too, so it's not, like, one-sided. But,
Does intro
Devil
saying doesn't want to
magic.
talk about devil person. 10 seconds into dialogue starts talking about devil.
And Ava will actually turn around and go, wait, your demonic boyfriend suck. Yeah, suck. Spider skulls, eh?
he didn't. The magic that applies to devils did. And again, he also had a side effect, and apparently it was much worse than ours. So,
Interesting. Nothing says I love you like trying to kill you, I guess.
look,
You
Could be worse.
literally put your hand through my chest not too long ago and tried to reach a demon entity out of it. Like,
I didn't try.
oh,
I got the demon.
yeah, that's fair.
Mhm.
Okay. Then yep,
a very important specification there.
good call. I don't like it down here.
It is slightly, and I don't know how your characters feel about this. It's enclosed. And now that you've gone down the tube a little bit, you can't see behind you an entrance. You can't see in front of you anything that widens out. It looks very claustrophobic down.
Quite fine.
Do I have a spell?
Anti-claustrophobic spell.
No, I was thinking like light.
We had something going where I think it wasn't it the part of the reason that Tayson was back was because he had the coat on, so he was doing a little bit of a glow. So there was a little bit of separation.
Right.
There's 20 feet of light centered on Tayson right this second.
Okay. That's what it was.
Stroop's feeling a little ballsy and is gonna just kind of skitter along the side of the cave, head first. Might as well.
As Stroop is being ballsy, Miranda's gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's one of them good ones.
Yeah, especially when the spider moves away from you.
No,
then
it's still close. It's fine.
You cast Pass Without a Trace. And right at that moment, as the spider kind of disappears around the next round, you guys come around, and the smaller tunnel that you were in has like a slight drop off as you come into a 10-foot tunnel. It looks built, but it looks like it has just ridges all around in equal intervals, going deeper into the mountains.
Am I able to, like, check these ridges as we delve down?
Sure. Go ahead and make a survival check.
Survival. 8.
The ridges themselves, they look man-made. They're dwarven made. That they're in perfect intervals. They go all the way around, like they were cut this way for some reason.
Okay. So when we say ridges, that's enough room to like duck into, and like, is there enough room for a person to like hide between them, or is it smaller?
Speed bumps. Yeah.
Speed bumps. Gotcha. Interesting. That's right. I'd like to continue more down the tunnel, but I think I'm definitely keeping an eye out on
Speed
things.
bumps is certainly one way to describe things.
As you all head into this tunnel, like I said, it gets about 10 foot in diameter. It's easier to walk around. You can move around where you, in the smaller tunnel, you couldn't move in front or in back. And I need Spider Stroop to make a perception check.
Call it a
That's
Stroopter.
18.
18. While you're walking down the tunnel, you feel like a rumble. It gets very heavy, and then it goes off slightly, and then seems to disappear.
You said like a rumble?
Yeah, you could feel the ground quake slightly on the wall that you're on.
Okay. I know this is a hot debate. Wild shape, you can't talk in wild shape, right?
Not at your level, no. Unless like I said, the raven or the crow we made because intelligence and crows. So if you get that, yes.
But we do have a way for Stroop to talk to us.
You could try to make a roll to see about her. Oh, your psychic whispers, but I really like the.
Yeah,
Hold on, because I'm also teaching as a druid in a form. You have your intelligence, but you could try to mime something to everybody as well. If somebody didn't have psychic whispers, which I like way better, but you could psychic whispers.
You're both wrong. The fact that you're not giving a Charlotte's Web opportunity is a failure on all of our parts, and I'm very upset.
I am not going to tell Stroop has to weave a web. I would never do that.
Yeah, Stroop is just gonna
Weave a web.
hold up the fist again for stop. With my little pincer.
Little...
Stop. I'm gonna look back at the rest of the gang and just like wave my arms. Wave my spider arms.
Two out of the 8 spider arms wave.
Two words?
Just shake my head. No. Just
Stroop. I would say
Tap.
use your words, but right now I don't even think you have vocal cords.
Just tap once for yes, twice for no. Are we in danger right now?
we're gonna do a shrug.
Alright, in which case, we continue forward.
Can spiders... I'm just kidding. I would never...
Miranda casts... Oh, not casts. She uses her psychic whispers.
Okay.
What are you trying to tell us, Stroop?
There's a rumble. There's a slight rumble. Not in my tummy, but in the cave. There's a slight rumble.
Guys, Stroop says that there is a rumble in the cave.
Oh, okay.
You guys did not feel any rumble.
Okay.
Understood. Let's keep going.
Okay. There is pass without a trace. Are you going to try to move slowly and stealthily, or are we just going to continue movement?
We're on a mission.
Yeah,
I don't really remember the mission, but I'm going.
Yeah, I don't remember what the mission was either. I just remember we're down here for something.
Right now, I've got like, there's a rumble, spider arms waving. And a shrug. So I've taken it as like, I've got to be a lot more aware of what my surroundings are. What's going on? So I've gone forward and I want to. I want to be. I just want to. I'm very conscious now that like I'm in a situation that's like it doesn't feel safe. And well, yeah, I just want to pursue forward and see what happens. I think at this stage it's going to be a lot more reactive to whatever goes on.
Okay. Anybody else? I'm not stopping anybody from doing it.
I'm following the people in front of me because they're the ones who are leading me.
That's smart. Miranda says, hold on a second while she uses the restroom.
We're in a cave. That's weird.
You, while waiting, you feel the tremor again. And this time it feels like it's moving. Now you can feel it. It feels like it's moving from where you're going to behind you, right across the wall next to you. And the person you can talk to is peeing.
I don't like that. I don't like it.
Oh. I don't notice nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. I know nothing. I think I've got the hint now, but I don't know nothing.
If you play your characters, I give you information, you play your characters.
Uh-huh. Ooh. If I'm able to, could I put my ear to the wall?
Sure.
Nice.
Give me a perception check as you do.
24.
So you feel it in your ear, but you feel it in your hands as well. The shake in the wall.
And that
Like,
shake in the wall.
And because of your background, who you are, and that high number, like something is tunneling behind that wall.
That's what I thought. Alright. In which case, we've got to be very... I think I turn around to everybody like, listen, there's something in these walls. It's tunneling. We have to be on guard on all angles. We're not safe in these tunnels.
Tison just does a nod.
What can I do?
Droop Spider just kind of thumbs up.
So much
Just a little
yes.
ball of web on the end of the spider thing.
So much yes. Let's see who else is here. Zoom out too. Don't worry about this. There it is. I was gonna wait for Miranda to get back, but I can only stall so long.
Mm-hmm.
As you move forward just a little bit more, Stroop, what's your armor class in spider form? Never mind, because well, give it to me. It may hit because you were spider.
That's gonna be a 14.
Okay. Right in front of you, just missing. Like as you were walking, you pause, and as you pause for that second, you watch a long protruding worm just kind of come right out, engulfing with its mouth right where you were, and as it turns, all it is little spiky teeth in it. And you've heard of purple worms, and it is purple, but this thing is way smaller than a normal purple worm would be, as the teeth are now right in front of you, and I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Ooh.
I got the 21. No, sorry, 22.
17.
13.
And I'm just going to say Miranda was 12 and hope she gets back. Stroop, you are first to react at this purple worm that is halfway in. Still, only half of its body's protruding out. Even though it's smaller than what you've heard of, it's still about a 10-foot head and body, because only 5 foot out. This thing is not small by any means.
Okay, I want to shoot my web at it. It's a ranged weapon attack. Well, I gotta hit it first. No! Oh, Oh.
You are still a halfway. Your
Okay.
traits still work. However,
I'm glad that y'all followed that.
I need you to re-roll that, and I need you to do a disadvantage because you're doing a ranged weapon attack on something that just popped up right in front of.
13.
13. You fire it off, and this thing is very dexterous. As it's hanging out of the wall, it just kind of eases up as the web goes flying by it.
Dang. So I'm going to move away from it.
Okay.
Down more into the tunnel, like in the direction I was heading.
So that's what cut you off. You'd have to go back.
Oh, then I'll go backwards.
Okay.
I want to go back like 30 feet. What's my speed? Yeah, I want to go back 30 feet.
There's a 13 hit.
No.
Okay. As it slams into the rock and eats away right where you were as you back away. Miranda, make me a initiative roll, and then we'll get you in here.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We got worms.
Back-ish. Oh, what's in the bathroom?
We'll make it work.
Seven.
Okay, perfect.
I rolled a 4.
Algae.
Yes.
Algae. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff.
So that worm's still out.
Mhm.
I think I'm just going to take a couple shots at it while I can see it.
Sure, go ahead.
So 25 and 26 to hit.
It slams into the wall as it pulls back. You fire an arrow. Give me some damage as it hits right as it's pulling away from trying to eat Stroop.
That is a 9 and a 9.
Okay. And you're shooting the same one?
Yep.
Okay. Right. I mean, the worm right in front of you?
Oh, is there more than one worm?
Well, you know what?
Is it
You
just
didn't
the
ask
one
for a
front
perception check. Don't worry about it.
It's just the one right there in front of Stroop.
Sure. Stroop, you move back how far? Like 40, 30? How far does the spider go out? 30? Okay. Its turn. With you skittering away, Algae, you are right there. It comes back at where it was fired from, who did a ton of damage, and it's gonna actually finally get to do a full attack. As it when it comes out at you, it comes out all together, and this 10-foot long worm is sitting there. Now you see it as it narrows to the end. You see a spiky stinger at the end of its tail. As it bites out at you, 19 to hit.
Yeah.
But you were missing Strew. That'll be 12 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
And I need you to make a dexterity save.
Oh. 12.
It comes all the way down on you, bites down, and swallows you whole.
Oh shit.
You are blinded. You're blinded and restrained. But the good news is you have total cover against attacks.
Nice.
And that'll be on the beginning of its turn as everybody watches this happen. That will be that one. As that happens, Stroop, right where you go back 30 feet, again, just missing you, another wormling comes out of the wall, turns around, and goes to snatch at you. You're in spider form. You're really quick. I rolled really well. And it slams against the rock as well. And that'll be the end of its turn. So that takes us to Tayson.
You said everybody saw poor Algie get 8, correct?
Yes.
To be fair, people with dark vision, if I was still in the dark at that stage, they'd probably just watch like just empty space being eaten.
In which case, neat. I'm gonna go try. I'm gonna go try and save the empty space then, and run up and take a booming blade swing at this thing.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. That is a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. Sorry for it. That is 15 points of damage, with 2 of it being thunder as it starts kind of buzzing a little bit.
Okay.
And then bonus action, I am going to use 2 sorcery points to quicken a spell. And cantrip shocking grasp this thing.
Okay. Instead of booming blades bonus action to attune to the buzzing?
No, the booming blade is if it moves before the start of my next turn.
You're right. Damage. Sure, go ahead.
That is a natural 1.
Oh.
Yeah, miss.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to roll a D100 for me.
Oh, okay, sure.
That didn't go away altogether. It's too fun.
75.
75. As I talk a lot of smack, I don't have it up. Here we go. How is it not something I've used recently?
Yeah.
Right? Hey, what do you put all your notes in? Oh,
sorry, I'll cast more spells. Shit.
No, not you. I said, how do I not have it? It's like, yeah. It's not like I need it or anything. All right, 75. You glow like you did when you came off of the positive energy plane. It lightens up the whole tunnel. You can see everything for about 120 feet as Posh and Jimine start yelling that they can't see. And I'll let you know if and when that ends.
Okay. I'm very bright.
Gotta wear shades. All right. Ava, however, is not in that, so she's going to take a step forward by you as well. She's gonna hit with her first strike and her second strike. Ooh. And seems to open up this thing a little bit. Boom. G-Mine and Posh are blind, did not have their bearings. They're gonna hold their action to see if they can get their sight back. And now it will be Miranda's turn.
What the hell am I fighting?
A smaller, no, I shouldn't say small, a large purple worm that came out of the wall in front of you, and now one behind you as well.
Alrighty. I am gonna use. Yeah. Is that a spell? I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out if that's a spell or a ability. I am going to... Do I have to touch it? I am going to cast Inflict Wounds on this thing.
Okay, you go up and attempt to touch this gooey mass that came out of the wall.
I
Go
would
ahead.
like to
The
touch
one
the
in front
butt.
or in back?
Whichever one seems closest.
They're pretty equal distance from you. The one in front of you is pretty injured, but it's all the way out of the wall, and its butt is literally a stinger, which you can see. But you're more than welcome to touch it. I'm not going to stop you.
She's gonna go for the one that's not really hurt yet.
Okay, so you turn around, run to the one in the back as you watch G-Mine and Posh both blinded by Tayson absorbing this 120-foot bright light that you've seen something like this before when he came back from the positive energy plane, except this time he doesn't look like he's hurting from it. And go ahead and make your attack.
Alright, let's see. $23?
Will hit. Are you pulling your soul blade? Oh no, you're going in for the touch inflict wound. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Roll me some damage.
Reach out and touch worm.
I'm sorry. At Ava's strike, I missed this sentence. I gotta make a Constitution save. Correct.
That's 17 damage.
Perfect. And now it needs to make another one because Poshi didn't get vomited out.
Wait.
What?
Is
What I'm here
this
for.
Posh the character or Posh the NPC?
It's Posh's character Algae who got swallowed whole by the wormwood. No, it maintains still taking that damage. Is that it for you?
Let me see if I got a bonus action that I can do. I summon my spirit. I summon my psychic blades.
Okay.
And back the fuck up, so I don't also get eaten.
So we'll summon your psychic blades when you attack, because that's not a bonus action. That's part of an attack action. So as you're back, you can back away. And you already made a strike at it, so no problem. That will take us to round 2. Screw fight.
The one that came out like second, like right behind me, is it still within like range of me? Is its body still
It's
within
it's
range?
touchy if that's what you want to know.
I want to bite it.
Okay.
Bite. Okay. It's a melee attack. We got this. Dirty 20.
It hits.
Awesome. Alright, hold on.
It's because you kissed the die instead of looked at it with like a begging, please don't do this to me face.
It's a Vorpal dagger today, by the way.
Okay.
8 damage, 8 piercing damage plus 2d8 poison. Oh, hold on, I gotta roll my poison.
Do I have to roll a save for that, or?
Nope.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll it up.
Alright, the target must make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw, taking the poison damage on a failed save or half on a successful one. So that's a 5 total.
Okay. Plus your 8, so it failed. That'll be 13. Perfect. That's a good amount of damage. I'm not even gonna lie. That's up there with everybody else as a spider bite, which is pretty awesome. And it's so little. Yes, that was Stroop. So then it will be Algae.
Mm-hmm. Am I restrained?
You are considered restrained.
Alright, in which case I gotta try and...
So hopefully you have a one-handed stabby weapon.
Well, I have 2 one-handed stabby weapons. So from where I am at the moment, if I can pull out both my short swords, I'm literally going to try and cut my way out of this thing.
Okay. Go ahead and make your first attack. That'll be with all your bonuses and stuff, so we'll go ahead and get that one out of the way.
So 24?
Will hit, so roll me everything, add your modifier.
Come on. Mm-hmm. That's 5.
Okay. This one, the second attack, you make the attack with your bonus, but if you hit, you only roll the damage die.
Okay, gotcha. But, so even if it's like, even if it's my multi-attack.
So, I will allow that. That's just the one short sword. So you stab, get it, and then go ahead and make another attack, yes.
Yeah, cool. So the second attack was without my modifier?
No. So
No,
this
okay, so
this
7.
is considered your multi-attack. You attack again with your modifier and everything.
Yeah, and I can do a bonus attack, and that's without modifiers.
That will be, yep.
Yeah, because I'm not proficient two-handed fighting. Gotcha. Easy done. So that is 7. And another one.
Did you hit?
Ooh, hold on. Yeah, 21.
Oh, I'm seeing the head nuts. I'm not in there.
No,
I
it's
didn't
all
make a
good.
mess.
Don't worry. Through the magic of copy, paste, delete, all of this is going to be perfect.
Okay, because Hannah asked what we were doing to prep for this, and I laughed, and then I posted a picture of me playing V Rising.
That sounds about right.
You were fighting worms in that way, yeah. That was the inspiration. Awesome. So, yeah, I've hit. Got a 7.
7 total?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to take a bonus action with your offhand short sword?
I will.
Okay.
So that's 15 to hit?
Will hit, yes.
Okay. And that's just 1 damage.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there kicking and turning and, like, just slashing as much as I can in the inside, using the momentum of whatever digestive juices.
Speaking of digestive juices,
Uh-huh.
take 10 points of acid damage at the beginning of the worm's turn.
Uh-huh.
And then spider went away. Ava is right there. So I got 3 to choose from. To make this fair.
You're not supposed
big
to
and
follow
glowy,
in
does
low
that help?
levels footsteps here.
Hmm?
I said you're not supposed to follow in low levels footsteps here. Do not pull it, Adana.
Case on it. It goes to. Wait, let me verify that I can do that because it might just be one attack.
Okay.
Oh, cool! It could swallow a whole bunch of creatures. I like that. All right. So the bite is going to be a natural 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
So 16 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
17.
And as it bites down on you, you seem to be able. I think it's just the power of Juniper's gift seems to help you repel as you push your arms out and use your magical energy as like a strength base and push the jaw away and do not get swallowed, which is good and bad news depending on this roll. 22 to hit as the tail comes whipping around and pierces you.
That'll do it.
For 9 piercing.
Okay.
And then make me a Constitution saving roll.
That's one of the ones I'm decent at. That's real high. 25.
And take 2 more poison damage as this stinger comes out and some of this poison gets into your body.
That is 27 points of damage that you did to me, sir.
I'm here for you.
Okay.
That will take us to Taysom.
I would like to give this thing what for. Swing at it again.
Do you want to give it a ya and a hi-ya and a ya?
Nah,
and
more
then
of a chop.
Okay.
21 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Much stab. Much kaboom.
Much slice? Yeah.
Oh, good lord. 17 points of damage?
As you chop at it, you cut it open. Algae falls out from this thing as it thumps to the ground. Algae, you are prone, face down with 2 short swords, but you can breathe air. Now it's weird.
Bonus action. Can I just bonus action just try to help Algae up? I don't want to go to the other side and try to do something. I'm good here. This sucks. Oh wait,
I'm quite happy where I am.
Yeah, never mind. I'm glowing. This sucks. Can I look at myself and try and do something about this, even if it's just running around a corner?
As you look at it, the only way to make the blinding light go away is to run away. Oh, by the way, it would be... I won't... Miranda ran away, but Ava's still there. She's good. Algae, do me a favor and give me Constitution save.
Okay.
Oh.
Because you're coming out of inside of a creature to very blinding light.
15.
Okay, you're good. You kind of blinked it away, but Tayson looks like something out of the old stories of angels coming to the world.
Turning the corner. It looks like something awesome, and now he's gone as he runs 30 feet in a direction that gives some kind of cover.
Yep, you run a front in the direction that you're heading, and like I said, it is winding tunnel, so you can get behind it. It's still bright in the tunnel, but it's not as bright with him that far away.
Oh. Now that I'm out, these worms don't have eyes, do they?
They do not.
No.
But that was free. Ava will move to the back by where Stroop is fighting another one where she just almost took it down with one bite. And as she does, she's in plate armor and does not. She passed her or missed her perception, so a third one comes up out of the ground and goes to bite at her, and it does. Go ahead and roll that and get it out of the way. She's not going to get swallowed by it. But it just got that one attack, so... Okay. That was simple. She will now stop where she is, and in her glowy form that's not as glowy, even though she's literally an angel with angel wings protruding, with the great sword in her hand, for some odd reason she's being outshined by Tayson. She's going to take 1 strike, and it's going to hit. And she swings back for a second, and she will miss. That will be...
Look, sometimes you just have a wonderfully shining personality.
and does quite a bit of damage to this thing. G-Mine and Posh. Let me check their sheets. I should have did that while you guys were going. I'm sorry. Just to see if I have... Yes, they will both touch themselves and relieve themselves of the blindness. And move up to flank the one that Stroop is having an issue with at this moment. Well, not having an issue. She's really taking care of business. But I'm going to have Posh go behind it to give you advantage unless it comes out of the wall. And then the other G-Mine will go over to help Ava. And that will be the end of their turn. And that will take us to Miranda.
Now I'm going to... I've got sneak attack now, don't I?
Yes, because they're all surrounded.
Alright, so I'm gonna go for the one I whacked last time.
It's dead.
Oh, then
Oh, no, you went for the one in the back, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the one with Stroop. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm a whack it with my daggers. And so... I need to remind myself what the Vorpal dagger does. What does it do? When you attack a creature that has at least one head. I love how you specify this. Okay.
There are creatures with more than one head. Eobot, for example.
True.
The fact that creatures have more than one head is getting me eaten up.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Okay, so let's see.
That was a nerdy
I
ass
get an
joke.
additional
Holy
plus.
shit.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch
All right.
that. Could you please say that again?
I will. I can.
Okay.
Everyone, this is my editing sheet. Normally, I put something here, and I just timestamp. But then we get to a point where we do a combat, and I know I'm just going to be like, all right, combat starts here. When it's over, I'll put it there.
Right, so first attack is gonna be 23,
That'll hit.
and the bonus attack with the second psychic blade is gonna be a 22.
So they're both going to hit. Let's do that Vorpal damage first.
Okay. So the vorpal damage is going to be, so it's a d6.
So it's too late now, but since I called it a touch of chaos, I really should have made one of those like it just does one damage. Anyway, hindsight, y'all.
So 1 sec. So the one with vorpal damage does. Oh wait, I've got sneak attack. It helps if I roll the sneak attack.
Sometimes.
This is 16 plus 19 damage.
Okay.
And then the D4 is not the one that's like right on top.
No, and if you have a bag, they're the ones most likely to sink to the bottom because they're a little aerodynamic like that.
Yeah, it's true. And then that's gonna be 5.
Okay.
Or no, wait. Six. My bad. I was looking at the wrong
okay.
one.
That changes everything right there. All right. Stroop. Round 3.
Fight!
Now I got to learn how to do Mortal Kombat with a kazoo and a slide whistle.
We're gonna bite it again.
Okay, let's do the bitings of the thingies.
Okay. And with advantage, correct?
Sure. Yeah, it's flanked.
It's a 16 hit.
It does.
Dope. All right. We're gonna do our 1d8 plus 3. That's 4 damage of piercing, and then holy crap-a-boly. Math is hard. 12 poison if they fail the DC 11 Constitution
That's
saving throw.
right. I get that concept.
But even if you save,
It does not. How much? 14 you said?
12
12. Perfect.
12 poison, and then I forgot what the other one was.
I got the other one already.
Okay.
I was just asking about that. Perfect. Algae. As you face first, like that was dumb.
Alright. So, how many more worms have we still got? There's the one...
Two.
Strip
One in the
five.
middle
Yep.
that Ava and G-Mine went to, and then the other one that... I'm sorry, Ava and Post went to, and then G-Mine, Stroop, and Marinda went to the one sticking out of the wall.
Alright. So, I'll go to the one that's got 2 people fighting it. I think I'm going to take 2 pot shots at it.
Okay, so as you move, you drop your short swords, whip back for your bow, snatch it off the ground. You have 15 feet of movement, so it's nothing. If you want to use it all, you're more than welcome to, but you just have to move enough to get a clear shot, which you can.
Which I will do. And the moment I duck through, I think I'm going to use a... Oh, no, I won't even worry about Hunter's Mark right now. I think we're pretty good with what we're doing. I'll save that for something bigger. So 2 quick shots.
Okay.
That's a 26 and a 19.
Both hit. Is this the wall? The wall one, right?
The one that has 2 people on it, not the one that has 3.
Oh, 1 and 1. Got it. So the first one will be the one in the middle. Go ahead and give me that damage.
Yep. So that's 9.
Okay. Ting.
And if that hasn't gone down, I want to hit it with that 7. Like,
So that was the first time it was hit.
first time it was hit. Oh yeah. So second one was 19.
Okay, you gonna shoot it at the same one?
Yep.
Okay, yep, that hits.
And hit it for 7.
Okay.
Beautiful.
As you slide, it's a little easier with the goop and acid that's on your clothes. You fire off 2 shots to the one in the middle and hit it twice. It will be their turn, so let's see. Posh and Ava. It's going to try to hit Ava. That does hit you. Okay. So, where's my dice? There it is. And she makes a save. She does not get swallowed. And then it's going to try to sting Ava. And that will miss as it's deflected off of her armor. So it comes down and bites. And Ava gets bit, just pushes this thing away with both of her hands while still holding her great sword in one hand. And as it comes around with the stinger, she just parries with her sword. The other one's got 3. 1, 2, 3. That's what I think. And it's going to try for Stroop, because Stroop's doing tons of damages to this thing. So it tries to bite the Stiber on the wall. I think it's going to miss. 14 misses, correct?
Actually, that meets it. So.
That does the thing. Sweet. So it bites at you, and it does 10 points of piercing damage.
Fine.
Just be that way, God. And then I need you to make a dexterity save.
Yes,
It slams into the wall with its head and swallows you whole. You are blinded and restrained.
Great.
It will come all the way out of the wall now, but it didn't before that, so it won't do that. The one in the middle will come all the way up as well, so they are both free in the tunnel, and that will be the end of their turn, taking us to Tayson.
Tayson doesn't want to be a distraction and get his friends killed, so he will look around in his immediate area for any threats, and then hold an action to fight something near him.
Give me a perception roll.
14, 20 total.
Nothing than your immediate area that you could see. 120 feet, obviously, is quite a radius. But you do not see anything down.
Cool. Then I will chill here.
Okay.
Hold an action to attack something if it comes out.
All right. Ava is going to take 2 swings at this thing, and she's going to hit twice. This might not end well for this thing. Posh is there. His attacks. Both his are going to hit. Get out of the way, G-Mine. Both of those. Oh, crap, that's going to be great. And as Posh swing, you see Ava swing out, cut this thing, and it's starting to bleed on the side as Posh swings from the back as well. Posh's, when they hit, like flash a radiant bright light that a little bit brighter than what Tayson's light is protruding out from around the wall where it is, and Ava looks jealous of everybody all of a sudden. And then it will be Jiva, who is by the one with Stroop, giving advantage. So that'll hit on the first one and hit on the second. So good. Throw your pencil down. Yeah, that's smart. That's how we play D&D. Pretty good. As he takes 2 slices at this one that has Stroop in it, he does quite a bit of damage, and Stroop, your spider's just regurgitated onto the ground from G-Mine slices at this thing. Miranda.
Hold on, real quick. That is a 10-foot purple worm regurgitating a giant spider. Nightmare fuel. Congratulations, everybody. Thanks.
Welcome.
I'll never go back to sleep.
It doesn't regurgitate. It just opens its mouth and you watch it climb out.
I'm gonna be in a different room. I'll see you soon.
I had that very vividly in my brain, and I appreciated that. That was fun.
I feel like we just entered Stephen King territory. What the fuck is this? It?
But the one that was in the wall is out of the wall, but it's still in front of you.
Okay, I am going to... I keep forgetting I have this. Summon my spiritual weapon.
All right.
My floating, amorphous cloud, storm cloud.
Strike out with
chaos.
your storm cloud of chaos. Deep in the caverns below.
So, what else? Okay.
I should do it my voice acting voice. Swing out with your...
So, with the spiritual weapon, that is going to be... Dirty 20.
Okay. That hits. So roll me that D8, that good D8.
9.
Okay. Alright, so that was your bonus action.
Then I am going to hit with the Oracle Dagger.
Okay.
I keep forgetting the D20 on this is so pretty. That's a 20, 29 to hit.
That's a lot, and it hits. That's a 29 without being a natural 20. That's what I'm afraid of. Right this
It was a 20, a nat 20.
Oh, well then I don't need to know the total. What I need to know is what's your sneak attack right now? 2d6 or 3?
I think it's 2. Give me one sec. Yeah, it's 2.
So that's 12. And then what's your dice? Is a d6 or d8?
It's a d6.
D6. So that's 18 plus your modifier, which is
3. And then
Okay.
I get another 3 because of the vorpal dagger.
and then another 3. All right, and then I need you to roll 3d6. That's it.
That's 24 plus.
Yeah, I got it.
Nice. No,
I
was clarifying.
I wrote it down because I get distracted
That's
too.
fair. I had to leave and go pet
Plus-
my dogs, so there was something wholesome in my life again.
Plus 9.
Plus 9, so 33 points of damage. Nice. As you send out your celestial cloud of chaos, and it seems to electrify in front of it. You watch the thing scream. As it screams, it pulls back a little bit. You come in with the vorpal dagger in hand and slice this thing. It is bleeding. It's barely standing up, but it is still standing. Round 4. Stroop. I would say prone, but you can't. I'm going to say that spiders are like cats and they don't go prone.
Am I covered in? Am I covered in sick?
You are, but nothing that's doing any damage to you because you
For
got out
those
before
who
its
are
turn.
not watching the live stream, the face that Mike just made.
The sad thing is, spiders actually don't really bother me.
Me neither. Spiders are the only bugs that I can stand.
It depends on the spider for me, because we have brown recluses here, and I got this ever-living shit scared out of me not too long ago by one, because I stepped outside, and there was one, or the one big mother one too, on the back door, and I'm like, please, just stay the fuck away from my hand as I open the door. Oh god.
As an Australian, I don't care too much for spiders.
I laugh and don't worry about it. Spiders, fine. Ants, don't talk to me about ants. I can't deal with them.
So the spider bites out.
Yeah. Is there so I've been vomited.
And
Is
landed
the
on
guy-
all 8.
All 8. Am I face to face with this?
It's an easy turnaround if you're not.
All right. I want to bite him in the face.
Okay.
I want to bite him in the face.
It doesn't have a face, but I'll work with you. Go ahead and bite it in the face.
Draw a face on.
Okay.
What?
You spiderweb 2 eyes and then bite. Okay.
I got a 16 to hit.
That'll hit. Do me some damage.
We got 9 piercing.
And you bite into this thing, and you must just grab an open artery from the slash that Miranda gives it as it juices out and falls to the ground right in front of you.
As it juices out.
I wanted to say that.
I don't like being eaten and then vomited.
It's a very moist cave. Algae.
Wait. Can I use my movement now?
You can, sure.
I want to move to any alive one.
There's only one left in the middle, and yes,
Perfect.
you can get there.
I want to be on the ceiling above it.
Okay. Yeah, you got a ton of movement as a spider, sure.
So my turn now, yeah?
Wait, before you do that, can I do this? I just want to do this. You tell me no, it's fine, we'll take it out. I see you, like, look up at the ceiling, and then butt spit, and then spit yourself up to the ceiling.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
just spiderweb right up there and just.
Okay.
I bit butt spit once, but I ended up with 3 days in hospital.
Kinky.
Anyway, my turn. I'm gonna take 2 shots at the remaining worm.
Take 1 shot first.
27 to hit.
How do you want to do this?
Hell yeah. I reckon it's just a clean shot. If I can find like that little bit of like, I assume it's like chitinous.
As it opens up its maw for its next attack, you go ahead and you take 1 shot. You pull your other arrow. I got my fan. Here, that's how I'm doing the stream. You fire off the arrow. You grab the second one, and as you do, you watch it just go straight into the gullet. through the soft spot. It brings it back a little bit and then falls as Ava just barely jumps out of the way.
Nice.
Everybody looks around. You don't see any other worms. But you hear in the very, very far distance a squeal that sounds like a giant, deeper one than the squeal these things made when they died.
I'd assume we don't have a lot of time left in this tunnel. Alright, I think my ears straight to the wall, just to kind of make sure that we are safe where we are now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tayson, go ahead while you make that perception roll.
Oh, I'm just clarifying that I'm still a glowing mass of obnoxious, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Hell yeah. I was 18.
Nothing that you can hear or feel in the vicinity that you're in.
Alright. With that, I think I gesture to people to be like, just listen out the hall. Keep our perimeter safe. I've got to harvest a few things. And I've gone straight for the stingers.
Okay. So make me sleight of hand checks. We'll use that as your gathering to see if you can get their sacks out without destroying them.
I gotta love bug sacks. 14.
14. You go to the first one, you go in there, and you can see it ooze as you accidentally pierce the sack in its tail.
Damn.
There are 2 more. You're more than welcome to make 2 more rolls.
Oh, absolutely. Nat 20 on that one.
You cut into it, and you were like, that's where I pierce. You turn it, you make the C cut, and you pull out the sack perfectly attached to the stinger still.
Hell yeah. Then the next one. That's a 12. Nah, that one doesn't quite do it. I got one at least.
Yeah, you try to get the same angle, and as you do, you watch the poison leak out again, and you're fast enough to move back from it. As Ava, shakes her hand as the sword turns back into a mace, she clips it to her hip, and she says, "Is everybody okay?"
I'm fine.
I'm fine. However, you got eaten, Avies.
I am fine. There are worse things that could have happened to me. There are worse things that have happened to me.
Can you please do prestidigitation on the both of them? Because, yeah, no. That does not smell great.
Tayson is about 50 feet away around the corner, glowing.
Yeah, but Geomine and Posh both have prestidigitation because they're proper elves, damn it, and they will start help cleaning up everybody. As Ava says, "Well, that's good to hear." She walks up to Algie and puts her hand on his shoulder and gives him 16 points of heal.
Hey! That is very much appreciated.
Because there are bigger things that could happen to us down here.
You can hear them.
G-Mine and Posh are, they haven't gone, by the way, you're out of sight, but they haven't let you leave sight. They're closer to you, but they're like, we should get moving. And as they say that, Tayson goes dark right around.
Okay, great.
Takes you a second to see the around you.
Oh no, Tayson going dark. You can see him not completely huddled and fetal, but sitting on the ground, hands on his knees, very stiff. This is the worst place. This is an enclosed area. Things went wrong.
Marinda goes over to Tayson and gets down, and as she's like, "Hey, are you okay?" she casts guidance on him. As she's pushing some hair out of his face.
I don't do well without exits. And that was bad. I literally, it'll be fine. I don't. We gotta get out of here soon-ish. But gotta see if we can find Gratitspar first. So
I
we'll
agree,
just push on.
But
It'll be fine.
Tayson,
Yeah.
what I want you to do
Mhm.
is take a deep breath, darling.
I think at this stage, Elgie approaches as well.
Tayson actively takes an actual legitimate breath.
Okay.
Like, this is not a joke. This is not a thing. This is Tayson is doing his best down here.
Miranda gives Tayson a gentle hug. Like, not something, because she knows he's feeling claustrophobic right now. So she's trying to give him space while also trying to comfort him.
You get a hand on Tayson's shoulder, and it puts a thumbs up in between. He's like, "Yep, okay, okay," and starts to stand up.
I approach and I'm like, "Do you have rope on you?"
No, we left our stuff up to the grip time.
So I pull out 60 feet of rope and I hand it to Tayson. If you're ever in trouble, take this out and tell me.
Oh,
I'll get you out of trouble.
No. I became a hindrance. That was the problem.
You weren't a hindrance.
I
I don't know how you believe you've been a hindrance.
So
you were fine.
Okay.
Ava walks up and says, "Yes, I could actually see Algie for the first time," and now she's feeling around. And then she bumps into him. There he is.
Okay.
But yeah, you weren't a hindrance at all.
Okay.
That could have been useful in situations. You were fine.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. You know what? Thank you. I appreciate the comfort.
G-Mind puts a hand out while you're still down and just says, "Yeah, I mean, it was a little bright for a second, but we handled it."
Yeah. Okay. I have taken enough time for everybody to check on me. Let's go. Otherwise, Stroop is going to feel bad and start trying to pat me on the back, and I do not need that right now, because that's a different kind of nope. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I tuck my rope away and I'm like, all right, let's go.
As Tayson starts bleeding from his side.
Are you hurt?
Oh yeah, you did 27 points of damage to me in one round.
Just Ava walks up and places her hands around your hips. And she leans in behind you and just says, "Are you feeling okay?" As she puts 20 points of healing into you from her touch.
I mean, better now. I was okay. It just I don't like enclosed spaces. I don't like my magic going weird. It just that was a bad moment. I'll get over it. It'll be okay. Just a bad moment. It'll be all right. Thank you.
Next time you feel scared or closed in, run to me. I can protect you.
No, that was the light. The light, blind, bad. Get out of the way so I don't bother people. Like, future reference, not a problem.
Oh, I was a little jealous of how bright you were for a little bit there.
Oh, don't be. It was obnoxious.
If those things had eyes, it would have been helpful.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
It's been a while since I've seen something that bright.
Yeah, noted. I think actually at a certain point that's going to have to happen on a repeated basis, and it's going to hurt. So I guess get used to it. But for now, Angry Cave. We got this.
Angry Cave.
Angry Cave.
Yes,
All right.
Angry Cave.
You hear that cry, that deep, guttural, louder, but similar to the smaller worm cry, as you guys travel down. After about a day of travel, you realize you're all getting tired. But the cave is open, 10 feet around, all the way down. What do you want to do? At this point, your wild shape would have faded. Sure.
Yeah, I am back into Stroop waffle form.
Would you have been on the roof when you turned back?
No, when it comes to me and wild shape, it doesn't just happen. As a druid, you know it's coming.
It still would have been hilarious had Stroop been on the ceiling
Sure.
and then landed on someone.
Or she comes down with a web and transforms like 10 feet above or 5 feet above somebody.
It like lands like
On
one
their
of the
shoulders?
teddy bears that
There you
you
go.
have for a carnival on someone's shoulders.
It comes down on the web, but Wild Shape's back while it's still on the web, and you're sitting there going, "Damn, this is still more of this."
It's not all the way out. She's trying to get it quick. You guys do. There is no good way to camp. But Ava, Posh, and Giamine will say it's up to you if you want to push forward.
I think given that we have had quite a few wounds inflicted upon us, I'm still not at tip-top shape. We might benefit from at least a short rest.
Yeah, so a moment to gather our bearings would be good.
I'm okay. I'm okay with a short rest. I don't want to just sit around and wait for other stuff to come out of the walls and attack us.
I'm quite content to keep going.
Yeah, I'm. If people need a little break to bandage up, that's fine. But I'm good to move as soon as we're good to move. So, Miranda, do you need to take a break here, or are you okay?
I would like to take a break.
Okay.
You see the bandage that was around her waist from the last time we got attacked by demons is, maybe a little bit soiled. Like, she didn't get, hurt by the worms, but moving around opened the wound.
Okay. It's all good. I can stay up and keep an eye out for things. If somebody else can watch our back, do the same. Everybody else can take a break. I think that works. Yeah.
How long are we taking a break for?
Long enough to bandage up. That's it.
Yep, easy.
Fast and move on.
Done. We can do that.
Okay.
And I just start patrolling around the kind of shadows with my ear to the wall.
G-Mind goes to the rear, Posh goes to the front. Ava seems to go off a little bit just to get a better sight around corners that are there. You begin your patrol. And like old times, Miranda, Stroop, and Tayson, you sit. Like traveling with just the three of you as the rest of the group is spread out away.
They'll see Miranda like kind of roll her shirt up and start taking the old bandage off to replace it.
I want to make sure that everybody's fed proper.
Okay. You go around and hand out the Stroop waffle rations, which are way better than the normal rations.
They've been doctored up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Tayson does his patrol. After about an hour, you guys feel like this is it. If you sit here any longer, you might as well go to sleep.
Yeah. Miranda is looking considerably better. She does not look like she has a bit of a cold sweat on her forehead now.
Okay. How bad were you?
I was about half HP.
Even after the 20 of that?
I was at like 38.
Nice.
And my max is 56.
Ooh.
Only 6. Whoa.
Yeah, she's got that super high dice when she levels up on one of her multi-classes.
Nice. I'm sitting pretty on 91.
You guys push through the night, so we will all take 1 point of exhaustion.
Ooh.
I'm okay with that, honestly.
Definitely makes things rough.
It's again, you're. It's up to you. I was about to call you Augie, but I'm talking to you out of character. So, Posh, it's up to you. You're the one who actually does this kind of traveling and dwarf. So if you think it's a bad idea to press on, then it's a bad idea to press on.
All right. Considering exhaustion, it's not the funnest thing to have while traveling. With that's disadvantage on ability checks. We should be fine in a fight.
I'm in the hey, if something gets the jump on us, then something gets the jump on us. I understand that, but I don't want to, especially where we were not too far away from an area and we heard shaking and we were and I want to press past all of that if it seems like it's a good idea and it's not going to put anybody in too bad of too bad of shape.
We should be fine to keep traveling more. However, we got to understand it's we're probably not going to be as sneaky as we are. We're probably going to miss a few things because we're tired.
I mean, we literally just got done with casting a spell to make us more stealthy and then not doing anything to actually be stealthy. So,
true. All right. I think between the lot of us, if we can kind of keep an eyes and ears out while we're traveling, we should be okay.
Okay. Are we good to? I know it's rough, but are we good to push forward?
Yeah, I feel better.
Okay.
We'll be fine.
All right. I guess ears open more than eyes at this point, but do your best with what you got.
All right, and I think I push forward. I'm pushing forward as well.
Yep, and we watch you guys fade off around the tunnel, and this is a great place to take a small break.
Everybody, you get your breaks in, get your food, get your water, get your bathroom breaks, all that good stuff. We'll see.
Snacks sent to you from your parents in a care package, whatever you got.
I don't think they're gonna. Well, they don't live that far. Maybe. All right, everybody, take care. We'll be back in just a little bit. Bye.
Are we muted yet?
No, we're not, because I haven't pressed a button and I still got the music going on for the thing because I can't do two things at once. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, that's
myself.
Spiders coming out of the...
Not what I was going for with that. I was thinking Little Rascals when I did that. But I would prefer, I don't know, Kraken, Mind Flayer, some eldritch being instead of spiders.
Cthulhu.
I fuck Cthulhu good. Thought I was an eldritch horror. Turns out I'm an eldritch horror.
These are the people you associate with, Nerdworks. These are your friends. Forever and ever.
One of us.
You were never getting rid of us, Mike.
I've never tried to.
That's true.
What are you talking about? I'm trying to find more excuses to put you on all the time.
But as we started our way, they went from a narrow tunnel to a wide tunnel and found out why maybe it was a little bit wider as Spider Stroop felt shocks in the wall, communicated psychically with Mirinda. They fought off 3 purple wormlings as they heard a cry of what sounds like much larger one distances away. The group decided to move on, and as they got to a point where it was hard to push on, they decided to push on and not sleep for the night as they took a very short rest and continued to move on down the tunnel. This is where we left them. Let us adventure on.
Are you all good to keep going now?
I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yes.
I think I take the lead this time and I'm marching forward. Well, I'm being very conscious of my the walls now.
They don't seem to say or do anything as you walk down. The same ripple.
I feel like that's an out of context D&D moment.
Nope.
I'm very conscious of the walls now.
It's what we're at. Spiders coming out of mouths. After quite a bit of time, Potion G-Mine's gait begins to slow as you all find yourself very difficult to move on. With the darkness being underground, it's probably hard to tell, but maybe you've traveled for another day, you're not sure. As you feel the exhaustion starting to take over for everybody, but you're still in this open tunnel.
So we've moved like another full-fledged day, it feels like.
From the exhaustion you feel, feels like maybe you've traveled for another day.
Okay. How wide is this tunnel that we're currently in?
10 foot.
10 feet. Okay. I mean, we can't push on every time. Do one more day, or we're stopping here?
We keep going, we're gonna slow down a lot.
Yeah.
We may have to stop.
If we push ourselves too hard, we're gonna... There's diminishing returns.
Yep. We're less worried about that. I want to move fast because I don't want to be here anymore, but I do want to be able to move out of here and not be dead. So
I pull out an arrow from my quiver. Can someone cast light on it?
I mean,
Not a paladin? I don't have light.
I mean, if that's all you're really worried about, Juniper.
I'm just testing something.
Oh, gotcha. No, I can't help you with that, but I can be a glow stick. What do you need?
Wait, I can't cast light on it. I can cast Sacred Flame. So if you have something
I just need this to light up.
I have
Okay.
fairy fire.
So you have an arrow. You have an arrow, and you say it needs to light up, and you watch G-Mind reach back into his pack, and he pulls out a flint and tinder, gives it a couple, and then he remembers. Oh yeah, pulls out a little bit of starter. As you go to pull it away, he pulls it back. G-Mind's very strong, so it's not going to get away from him. Gives a couple more taps, makes you a mini torch.
Nice. And I fire it down the whole 600 feet.
Okay. So you fire it down, and it is.
I just want to see if it stops at if it goes down to 600 feet. Where does
Well,
it stop?
it's not straight.
Yeah, no.
So you hear it bounce off of a few walls and skitter as the echoes through the hallway.
Alright, we've got a while to go. We're gonna have to set up camp.
Good call. All right. I can take the first watch. Yeah, I'll take first watch.
Ava actually says that the three of us, and she points at herself, G-Mind and Poach, only need 4 hours of rest. We can make it work somehow where we do watch if you trust us enough. We're not going far. We're not watching. It's two directions.
No, that's awesome. It's not a trust issue. If we can get 2 sets of eyes at all times, that's good. You know, if I have to stay up a little bit later, then I have to stay up a little bit later. That trust isn't the issue. It's not putting all of the burden on you.
There's 7 of us, so 2 per watch. 3.
If that's okay with
for
you.
the one that feels the most.
We don't even need that. I mean, just 1. Because they'll meditate and stay up.
That's
and
true.
One of us the other person. So it's okay. The 3 of you, if you want to get some sleep, it's okay. I can stay up. But frankly, I don't want to sleep down here as much as I can help it.
I would prefer at this stage if more than one of us took watch at a time.
Yeah, That's what we're
just
doing.
because of how tired we are.
Yeah. I think we can rotate it in groups of 2 without too much of a problem.
I'm going to march off into the darkness just a little bit. I want to go about 100 feet either way, up and down. I just want to cast Alarm.
So you could you could do one.
I can do one. I have spell slots for this, if I can do more than one.
Let me double check the wording.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, alarm is not the quick word to get to that spell. Okay, here we go. Okay. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, you could do it. I thought it was when you can only have one up at a time. But you're good.
Sweet. So I do one down, one up, 100 feet away from where we're setting up camp. And
Okay.
I'm gonna set it to a mental ping rather than a noise. I don't want it making noise.
Okay.
You don't want to ring a dinner bell if somebody finds us?
Particularly considering the worms before didn't have eyes, means a lot of things down here will not need to see us, but they can hear us.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, heck, Potion, G-Mine, if you can take one watch, me and Ava can take another. And then hopefully that gets us through, yeah?
Ava says you'd only last for about 2 hours, Tayson. You need your rest as well, or you're going to feel exhausted in the morning.
Okay, fair enough. Alright. I mean, I trust the 3 of you. As long as you can figure it out, that's fine, but I'm with Augie. I like the idea of...
You're more than welcome to attempt to wake somebody up after you go to sleep.
Okay.
I'll stay up. Worst case is 2 hours. I'll be on my own. I think I can make it.
Okay. I'll start with you, and Augie, I'll wake you up later if that's okay.
That's fine.
Perfect. Stroop, get some sleep. Miranda's already passed out.
Yeah, Stroop is definitely like not volunteering at all for watch. Just like, oh yeah, you guys got this. Okay, here we go.
Tayson's known you for years. Stroop needs sleep. She's such a powerful force when she's fully rested.
The food tastes better too. Would you like to go ahead and roll a straight perception check with Ava? She gives you advantage.
Yes, sir.
So with exhaustion, that'd just be a flat one.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I want to know everything about these caves. That's a 25.
Yep, they're roundy, they're ripply.
Man, if only I was
And
a
they
dwarf, I would
wind.
know what all of these words meant. Cool. Yeah, no. All right.
You and Ava take a watch, and every now and then you point things moving, and there's creatures down here. Some of them take the walls, but none of them look particularly like they would hurt you, as they seem to crawl by and not mind you.
Okay. I'm gonna go get Augie and do my best to try and sleep.
She says, before you do that, are you really okay? You seem pretty distraught of being down here.
I don't like enclosed spaces very much. I like leaving doors open if I can help it. Windows are my best friend. Yeah, and the rest I don't want to get into, honestly, right now. Not a you issue, but I'm a little tired. I'm a little grumpy, and also I don't want to get too introspective in a shitty ass cave.
Fair enough.
So, but you know what? When we get out, more than happy to have whatever conversation about whatever any of this is.
I don't need to know. I just needed to know if you were okay.
I will manage, and I'll be fine after. For now, I'm dealing, I guess. See you in a bit.
Good night, Tyson.
Hey, sir.
Hmm?
It's your go.
Alright. I wish I had 5 more minutes. It's fine. And I get up.
I can stay awake if you want.
No, go to sleep.
All right. Okay.
Get your rest.
Okay. Doc, I actively do not know if Tayson can sleep down here.
You push through the night. This would be like trying to stay up because you think the clowns are gonna get you.
Yeah.
But you go to sleep.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
You said there was like creatures down here, right?
There are animals like larger than normal, but not very large, like centipedes that crawl out in and out of the wall a little bit.
I'd throw some rations towards them while I'm on watch. They're peculiar. I like them.
Ava will give you advantage, so you roll me a straight perception as you guys patrol.
14.
14. You don't see anything. Nothing out of the ordinary. You're, feeding the bear, even though the sign says don't feed the bear at the entrance. But, what's the worst thing that happens, right?
Oh, yeah. What's the worst thing that could happen from feeding the bears?
Nothing. Nothing. It's the next person's problem. As you begin to walk around, it's a little quiet, and Ava just says, "So, what's your story?"
Mine. Old. I've been here a long time, and it's weird coming back home.
You remind me a little of Detch. Your way that you turn invisible to my sight when we hit the darkness. Are you... And she thinks about her words and she just says, "Are you the same?"
The same. Care to explain a little more?
Dench is not the great-great-great-grandson of the hero Dench when my uncle saved Diaspora 400 years ago. But I think you know what I'm talking about.
We are the same. We are the same. It was a long, long time ago. But it's hard to explain.
I don't need an explanation. I was just wondering. It's not a common thing to be able to fall out of the sight of somebody who has an angel within them.
We'll leave it as I am very old for now, and my heritage runs very deep into not these caves, but Gratitspar itself.
Dench told me you lose your surname, you have your single name. The ward becomes everything.
And we lose everything. The difference is a lot of people get a choice.
You not?
So it was a second chance. And after the first 100 or so years, It was a blessing. It really was. But after having lost everything, then you get to outlive everything. It sucks. It really, really sucks. But given enough time, after that, you watch everything change. And you get used to the world and how it changes. Everything is different from when I first joined the ward.
It's a calling that I respect. Dench became an awakened to see after me, after the family found out that the angel came to me, as he did my grandfather. They were close. They called each other brother.
We are. We all are.
I believe that. I meant my grandfather, who was not a ward, and Dench. There was a bond between them. It's actually what started, and as you're walking around, she just says, what started Elduranth on the path to acceptance. Diaspora used to be split into kingdoms that were very racist to other kingdoms. There was the kingdom of the dwarves, and the kingdom of the elves, and the kingdom of the orcs. And all these other races got mixed up in the wars that came. Dench and my grandfather broke that when my grandfather told the gods of Elduranth that if they were continuing to insult Dench, that they were insulting the very crown itself. Things have changed. It's been 400 years. Many different people now live in Elduranth. In fact, I don't think each kingdom is what it used to represent. So, yes, things always change.
This place has changed a lot. You would not believe how much this place has changed.
And I'm only just seeing it, so I wouldn't even be able to understand.
When we get to Gratispar, I'll give you a tour of what remains.
Well, let's see what remains.
And if we find the dwarves there, let's hope they're welcoming, because they locked those doors for a reason.
Oh, we killed them all in revenge, she says as she smiles.
Huh. That's if they don't kill us first.
Oh, come on, not with that attitude.
You're bold.
The rest of the time goes off without a hitch. You and Ava wake up G-Mine and Posh. The rest of you wake up in the morning seeming nothing had happened. And you have a full night's rest.
Hooray. I'm still here.
Woo.
Okay. I mean, get busy moving or get busy not moving, right? Let's go. Augie, you want to take the lead again?
Sure.
Hey, Stroop, are you feeling spidery, or are you just kind of wanting to vibe as you go today?
Let's check the vibe, and maybe if we see something's up, I can go real fast now. I can change real fast, so it's not a big deal.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like you said it like you like it is a big deal, but you want to act like it's not.
No, that's just my voice today because I'm still waking up.
Oh, okay. I was talking about less about the tone and more about it's really cool how strong you are, and I'm with us.
Thank you, Tayson. I appreciate that. I really need some coffee.
Okay. I don't
Mar
have any.
has already made coffee and just hands Stroop a cup. As she is like mid-downing hers.
They-
Like she
they
already
don't-
has one ready.
They don't drink it. They sit there and go,
And then pass it.
yeah. You guys travel, and about 6 hours into walking, you know you're getting further along. You feel like you're starting to get tired again. You feel like you might have to camp in this tunnel again as you see it. The tunnel abruptly ends, and there's a small crack, and through the crack, you actually see light on the other side.
Is there any way? Have we felt like we've been descending this entire? Has it been up, down? Like,
I don't think you could tell.
okay. I don't necessarily know that leads outside, but it could. And if it does,
though, and
yeah.
so it's not guaranteed that their city is even outside Tayson.
No, I'm more hoping that doesn't lead outside. As much as I'd like to not be here anymore, can I like try and cup around my eye?
It's a crack you could squeeze through. If
Oh.
you come up to it and take a look, you can see inside.
Oh, well then. My stupid idea. I can go first.
I just squeezed.
Oh, never
I was
mind.
going to say, I'm fully ready to just squeeze through now.
Okay. You're like, I can go through, and you watch Algie just
Yeah,
squeeze through.
100%. 100%. I love it.
And as you all come out, what you see is 40, 50-foot ceilings, great columns holding them up, art that seems to be slightly destroyed from a long time of being not cared for. Statues that seem to be half broken. Some kind of hall where maybe they had some way of like showing images of somebody for deeds that they had done. I don't think Tayson or any of that party would understand any of the civilization of Gratispar, whether it's today's or that's. As you come through and you look around, great torches are halfway up a few of the pillars. The light that's coming through is barely shineable, but it makes it so the hall can be seen. On the other end of the hall, you see that it has collapsed partially, that some of the roof seems to be held up by one column that seems to lean forward just as the collapse was happening in this area. You look left, you look right, and you could see it, Algie, how it used to be. The perfect squares, cuts of these magnificent halls. And you know there's a door to the left. And if the collapse hasn't got it, there might be a door to the right through this giant hall that seems to echo as people even step forward onto the stone with the dust and gravel that is there from years and years, millennia of not being taken care of.
Been a while. I think I turn around and go, welcome home. And I start marching down the hall.
I kind of hurry up to get next to Augie.
Left or right? I don't know which way you go.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, you've mentioned home, and like at one point you said like coming back and stuff. Were you here and then left, or like how does that work?
This is my home. This before the door's locked.
Okay. Did you have the chance to come back and didn't take it, or did you not get the chance?
We'll say I didn't have the chance.
Fair enough. Okay, I just wanted to clarify. You had said it a couple of times at this point, and I didn't want to, assume anything.
Which is fair. I mean, if something wasn't your business, you don't pry about it.
I'm not gonna lie. At this point, everything is both my business and absolutely has nothing to do with me. So I don't know. It's
That's
more,
fair.
But yeah, show us around and hopefully we find somebody.
By the looks of all of this, I'm not sure we will, but we'll look.
It's worth knowing, at least, right?
Yeah.
So you've come out into the southern district. At least that's what you can assume from the direction you came in. If you go right, you're going to end up in the eastern district. Or if you go left, you might make it to the western. The center district, you assume, is gone. It used to exist where the crater of Lake Adura now exists.
So, is that something we can see from, or is this just off memory?
You know that, 100%.
100%. And I think as we're walking along, I'm like, I probably haven't been the most talkative when we're like going anywhere, but at this stage, I'm like, I'm sitting there kind of spieling a little bit the history of Gerspire now that it's a bit more out in the open, where I'm like, a long time ago, there was a calamity where we lost most of this to the Astral Sea. We locked our doors not long after that. So many people died down here. We lost so many dwarves. When you mentioned we were fighting Deimos then was the result of, caused most of this. We almost did not survive that. Most of us died. Us locking our doors was our attempt to rebuild. Those of us that weren't behind those doors weren't coming back in. We are a stubborn people.
G-Mind speaks up and says, yeah, but stubborn that you're 10,000 years old?
More. Consider 40. I've been here a long time. We are that stubborn.
I hate to tell you, at that point, I don't think you get to say we. That's a you thing, right? That's way too long.
Us dwarves in 40,000 years still have not opened those doors.
But the surface dwarves, we talked to them when we came to Remedigan. It's not a tens of thousand year lifespan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not.
The only thing you missed going to the bathroom is that Algie just said he was 40,000 years old.
The fuck? And we all heard this?
Yep.
Yeah, because he's touring you around Gratspar and talking about how it was before Deimos came.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I thought I was the oldest of the group.
I am ancient.
No shit. Nothing against you. You look great. Like, what is your aging secret? Your
Just
skin looks
that.
amazing.
It is a secret.
So dragon.
Their skin
You're
care-
definitely
care-
a dragon. That's what Pody says. Or Posh says.
Can I... Tayson's not dumb. He's not smart, but he's not dumb.
He's not dumb.
I already sent you my bullshit.
Yeah, I know. Mike called this, by the way, and he got mad at me, I guess.
I got mad at you
Is how
as
I
soon as you
interpret
started
it.
talking about it because you said one thing in particular, and I think that's what I want. I'm hoping that Tayson is able to tie together here.
Roll an insight and figure out if you know.
The only thing
Jeez.
that's known about the ward outside of like they're the protectors is the phrase "to the blood," right?
Yes.
Okay.
They swear an oath to the blood, and that is their motto, to the blood. It is almost their war cry.
Insight,
Sure.
dirty 20.
Okay. How do you feel that you did with that? Do you feel like you know it? I'll just mute here.
Tayson is just gonna walk up to Algi and put a hand out and place it towards his chest slowly. So if he says no, fine.
I won't stop you. I've said nothing though.
Yeah. Do I feel a heartbeat?
You do.
What did you do to keep you alive this long?
I haven't lived this long.
Got it. Huh. I think I like you, Augie.
Glad someone does.
We can compare notes later, but there is nothing that makes me more excited to know that there is somebody else that might be weirder than me, like, in our immediate vicinity.
Sorry, in 40,000 years,
Oh,
you're
no.
definitely peculiar.
Yeah, okay. Huh.
Would we like to keep going?
Probably a good idea, yes.
Very much so. This is good.
And I continue my tour.
You make it to the door. It is there. You open it up, and it opens with ease, like it's been taken care of.
Oh.
As you look into the next room, you look back. It's the Hall of Builders. Southern portion of Gratisbar. The Southern District was known for its builders, whether it be stone crafting, artificing. You know that Gratisbar back then was ages ahead of everybody that's on the surface even now. The only thing that you've seen similar to what Gratisbar had achieved way back then is the God Killer that hovers on the wall at Remedigan. But even then, you don't know about that.
Question. Have I seen technology this advanced because of Eberron?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So this is like...
and not here. You wouldn't know this, Miranda, but what he's seeing is like, as he turns back, he remembers when your father brought you here because you needed to know about each one of the other areas.
Can I ask a weird question on behalf of somebody else's question?
Sure.
Just because this is going to make no difference to me or Tayson. Does she recognize Eberron technology, or does she recognize stuff that is like at the level that would be Eberron?
So let me explain where I was going.
Yeah.
These places, stone rubble, cut stone. And from what you know about dwarves, that's what they do. What Algie sees when he turns around is the whole room with the statues that were whole way back when his father took him through this. And each one had a plaque that none of them have. It's been worn through time, explaining the accomplishments of the next. This is most definitely the Southern War. Your father brought you here because you needed to know each one of these wards. As you go through the door, it opens up into little hallways. You easily know your way through as you've been here before. And it's not too long before you hear another voice that you all haven't heard yet. As a deep, similarly angsty kind of dwarven voice comes down the hallway and says, "If I was you, I'd turn around and go back the way you came and forgot you did it." Stepping into the light is a dwarf. Metal infused with different kinds of leather skins. A battle axe on his back that looks like a giant would have it, not him. And he steps into the hall, blocking your way.
And why is that?
Because surfacers haven't been allowed here in 40,000 years, and it's either your death or you leave and forget you came down here. That's it.
Well, given that the situation on the surface will eventually be your problem as well, it's maybe a good idea you allow us down here.
And behind you, you hear a female voice. What'd you guys break now that you need the dwarves to come up and rebuild? We haven't done it before. We're not going to do it again. As another dwarf in full leather armor, but it looks piecemeal, different kinds of leathers. And a bow on her back comes out behind her.
We didn't break anything. However, the veil between this world and the next is thin, and Deimos is trying to come through.
To the abyss with your veil and your Deimos. Go back to the surface and deal with it yourself.
See, this will be your problem as well. Is it not counterintuitive that you assist us?
I don't think you understood what I asked. And he removes the axe, and you hear the thunk as it hits the ground.
We're not here to start a fight. If honestly, our goal, I think, if we could find allies, then fine. If not, then to warn people about what was coming.
Miranda and Tayson, roll a history check for me real quick.
Oh, good. It's that one where I have a dash in front of the number.
Yay! Dashes are good.
That's a 14, because I rolled a 15.
I'm glad that I wrote in her backstory that she, even though her intelligence isn't that great, she is just a book nerd.
Super exciting that we have somebody who's 40,000 years old or whatever. And it's like, nah, have the dummy who is basically in captivity roll history check.
How much?
18.
19. Both of you remember the letter Miriam wrote Tayson was she prepared the way for Tayson.
I think you're expecting me, hopefully, probably.
Do we look like we're expecting anybody?
I just hold out the note.
You're going to give him the letter that your sister wrote you.
Yeah. Because one of two things is going to happen here in Tayson's head. And again, naive is one of my flaws. Sorry.
That's true.
I was prepared. They were prepared for me to go forward here.
Mm-hmm.
So either they're going to know that somebody was here, or we'll play the other half of it. So I hand the note over.
He doesn't move where he's standing, but he motions his head as a third dwarf you hadn't seen behind him comes out. Twirls two axes, puts them in pouches in the back, and reaches out for the letter. And as he grabs the letter, he pauses, expecting something to happen.
Right.
And then he turns it over.
I wave. Hi.
Tayson, you splash, nothing happens.
It was not affected. Don't bring back bad memories for me. He starts reading through the letter, and then he hands the letter back and says, "This is Tayson Firewood." And as the other two dwarves back off a little bit, the one with the big axe easily picks it up and throws it in the sheath and walks forward, and he gets 10 feet away, but looking at you. You don't look like Martin at all.
Adopted. Well, I mean, adopted, but also, not. It's complicated. I'm sorry. Listen, if you want us to leave, that's fine. But we came here to talk to you, hopefully work together, and if not, warn you. And if you really don't want surfer strollers to be coming down here, that's totally understandable. But as you can see by that letter, we're not the first people who figured out how to come in.
No, you're not. And it's starting to get annoying.
So, your call.
Follow.
You can leave. All right.
He says, "Follow me," and he starts walking back the way you were going down the hallway. And as you do, now that you guys are a little bit more aware, you watch as like 30 dwarves seem to come off the wall. Some lead, some follow, wait for you to go by. You are uncomfortably led, like almost prisoners. They take you down a few hallways and open it up, and the dwarf with the big axe on his back bangs on this one door, and then Dwarven, you hear him say, "The one that we were threatened about is here."
You give me one time where Lissa and Hannah don't understand the language that's about to be spoke.
Lissa understands Dwarven.
God damn it! I hate everything!
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Oh, you know
I
Dragon.
understand Draconic, not
Whatever.
Dwarven.
But those that understand, hear it said. I only withhold it if somebody doesn't if none of you understand.
Can we tell based on the tone, or is Dwarven
You
one
can
of those
tell
languages
based off
that just
taste.
always sounds angry?
You can tell based off of Tayson's face when he goes from like, this is uncomfortable, like, oh, fuck.
Sure, go ahead.
Miranda's going to use her psychic whispers. What did they say, Tayson? Translate for me.
I think they're mad at me.
Why are they mad at you?
They were told I'd show up. Not exactly in the best of, tone.
Oh.
We'll find out more.
You know, I'm not surprised by that, given how your sister reacts to everyone.
I don't... We'll see.
Just so everyone knows, I used Psychic Whispers on all three of you. So, like, if they're saying something and Tayson's translating it, Miranda's acting like a translating conduit.
All you have to do is talk to Stroop.
You watch or hear 3 pounds on the other side as they open up the door, and there's a dwarf standing there with a long sword in his hand. And he looks, and Dwarven, he says, "Let him enter." And you watch Posh and G-Mind come up. And in perfect Dwarven, Posh says, "He doesn't enter anywhere without us."
I actually don't think I'm in charge of that, so yeah, is it okay for all three of us, please?
The Broken Council agreed to meet Tayson Firewell and no one else.
Can you guarantee my safety for their sake, as long as I don't do anything to give you reason to hold arms against me? Because otherwise, like, we're just gonna stay at the door here for a while. They're not gonna let me go by myself. I don't want an issue. I don't want an incident. Can we?
The one with the sword, you see, has like a really recent burn mark on his neck. And as you said that, he says, "I promised you would be heard. Outside of that, I take no responsibility, but while you are in this council, you are a guest of the Broken Council."
I look to Potion G-Mine. Is that acceptable? Because I don't. Otherwise, we get to turn around now.
In Elvish.
Oh, I'm talking. Sorry, I should have specified. I'm speaking to them in Elvish.
Yeah, in Elvish, though,
question.
Sure.
Go ahead.
How proficient am I now in Elvish?
You know,
got the Elvish for dummies.
It's only been a few months, so I mean, you got a little bit. We're not there yet, but you got a little bit. But G-Mine just says, in Elvish, "I think that Potion I could take him, but if you want to go listen, remember what I told you. If you die, it goes on my permanent
performance
record."
review. Yeah, I understand.
Thank you.
No, I will at the very least make sure that you get an opportunity to not let me die.
I say in Elvish.
Yeah.
I could try to join Tayson?
It's really well lit here.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's fine.
That's up to you, I guess. If you want to, I'm not gonna say no. They might. I'm not.
In which case, I say to the dwarves that are standing there, for Tayson's not security, but as company, would you accept a former mithril back?
You watch everybody shift their seats in this broken council. One of them waves a hand. They bring out a book, and the book goes down. It's very dusty as they lean it back.
Look for algae.
Mithril backs went extinct 40,000 years ago when the entire western district collapsed.
Yet here I stand.
Show us your mark, and you know on your body somewhere, and I'll let you decide where, there's the tattoo of your family.
In which case, I undo the straps on my chest and pull at where it's my family crest is over my chest.
The broken council stands and says, "Let him enter."
And I then do up the strap.
Oh, in
Guards.
Elvish, or is it in Dwarvish?
This is in Dwarvish.
That is in Dwarvish.
Look at that, I'm covered. We're okay.
Do we at least understand what the word mithril back is?
I was gonna ask.
Nothing else. Nothing else. Just do we gleam that word?
Oh,
I mean,
no,
it's-
we're still translating. I'm letting you know what's going on.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
Yeah,
as fast as you can.
yeah.
But
Why is mithril back so important?
so
No. What do I want an insight on this particular history bit.
they let you two through the door. Without any other hesitation, they close the door. Miranda, your psychic whisper is disconnected.
Well, at least with Tayson. I still haven't
Right.
the other two out there.
Well,
Well,
Algie went, so you only have it with one.
Okay, so I can have a conversation with Stroop if we make our faces at one another.
So, do you guys want to do anything outside the chamber before?
Yeah, I'm racking my brain for what the fuck a mithril pack is.
Probably some kind of gorilla. You, Tayson, and Algie are welcome into the chamber, and as you get closer, one of the other members stands up out of the seat and points to you, Algie, and points to a seat. And you know how these seats are arranged because of your upbringing. It's a seat of importance.
I will take that seat.
Tayson, you're standing before this council. It's called the Broken Council.
Tayson sits on his knees and waits to be spoken to.
There is a woman here with a crown that seems to be twisted metal with stone inside of it placed upon her head. And in common, she just says, "Fine, we've agreed to hear you. Speak."
Why have you agreed to hear me?
Your sister tore down through 20 of our greatest warriors without breaking a sweat. She spared the rest of us if we were to hear you out.
For that, you have my utmost apologies and condolences.
What? She showed herself to be a strong and capable warrior. We appreciate that down here.
But it shouldn't be a show of force to broach a conversation. I do not intend to show any force. I do not intend to make people do anything.
As you say that, and Algie, you'll see the people around you visibly calm. And the woman with the crown says, good. She warned us you were more powerful than her. We were wondering how this was going to go.
What do you know of what happens everywhere? You're not shut off from the world. You've just put yourself away for anybody else being able to enter yours.
The only reason the tunnel to the South Forge is still open is because your sister made us promise not to close it. Your father was a great man. We respected him. He was probably the only surfacer that ever came down here in 40,000 years. He was welcome anytime he made the trek. You, however, will speak once, and we will collapse that tunnel behind you when you leave.
Understood.
Whatever it is you want to say, with all due respect, get to it so we can get back to our kingdom, or trying to rebuild that what was taken from us.
Tayson stands up. I hope that you listen to me with open ears then, because it's not me or anything else or one tunnel that gets to take away anything else that was already taken from you. To where you get to hold what you currently have and hope for the best and rebuild. And once again, be proud of who you are. I came here to warn you, not because of what is happening on the surface or what could be happening down here, but what is happening all over. Deimos is returning. The barrier fails. And if the world above should fall, I know that's not your concern. But if Deimos is allowed to run free, your time is limited, and everything you have done to try and preserve what you have will have been for nothing. If you would fight with us, if you would join with us, that is welcome. And if not, then you have been warned. I cannot save people who will not actively try to do things to save themselves. And I am sorry for any kind of harm that has come to you, be it from people speaking in my name or not. But don't believe that staying and waiting is going to preserve anything you have left. Because if you're all gone, who cares how proud you are and how you stood alone?
There's a dwarf on the end who picks up a hammer, slams it down on a metal plate as it rings. The doors of Gratisbar were safe from abominations and demons for thousands of years. Before the betrayal, gnarled Denstra and his ill-gotten offspring Avagar tore our kingdom from this realm to save their own. And surfacers come down here to tell us that they're warning us of what's coming. He stands up. We fought alongside the elves, alongside of Remedigan, alongside of the druids. We lost everything. You lost but one city. I, for one, and he looks at the rest of the council, say let them clean up their own mess. And he sits back down.
As I've said, if you choose to stay down here, if you choose to remain on your own, that is totally within your right and reason. Because the world you've shut yourself away from has not been kind. I don't make any qualms about that. I'm not even asking you to be the bigger group. I'm not asking you to rise up. I'm asking you to think. I would welcome your help. The world would welcome your help. And you are in a position where if you needed something, if you wanted something back, you have a position to do something about it. And if not, that's fine. You have held for thousands of years. Augie. Does this place remind you of greatness? Of what it used to be?
When I first met you, I didn't see soldiers, but I've watched you fight. When I look around this council, the fact that we are hiding, I see cowards. We cannot lose Gratispar again. Because hiding from the world now, we will become a myth, then nothing. We will not be a grand city. We won't even be a story. If we cannot be lasting as dwarves, then we are not dwarves, we are cowards.
Stay here if you see fit, and continue to build back to what you used to be. And let me know how it goes in a couple thousand years more. Or show that you are the rightful place that you have always been. You'll find no harm from me either way. But damn, it would be very, very impressive to take down a demon god together. And if you want to see actual strength, Juniper. And I'll cast it at a 4th level. I want to make it as glowy and bright and shine light in this place of darkness.
They all, except for the one with the crown, jump up. The one that was speaking before, the older one, begins to cast wards in front of them, but everybody else takes shields, spears off of their back. And sitting still, I see, is Algie and the one female wearing the crown.
You can have a grand fight worth fighting. Or you can die in silence. Not by me, but by what will follow me. Because you decided to wait.
He leans forward and says, that's an interesting concept, the Great War. I wasn't there. But if I'm right, you've sworn your blood to the ward, so you've given up your seat in council, Algie. But how was the original war? How did it go? The Great War to end them all when Gnarl Denstrel came to our kingdom, telling us that we needed to fight.
Fought. We lost a lot, and we could have lost more. The world outside is still growing. Coming back in here, there are still Gratispar dwarves, but we are being forgotten. We will not be a legacy being idle. We'll be a myth.
He stands up slowly. We have heard you. I ask now that you both leave and never return. The council will talk, and you will know our answer.
And I get up. I go to leave.
Best of luck.
They open the door as you both come, and you see Miranda, Stroop, but
You see
through
Miranda and Stroop with her playing card set playing Go Fish.
Go Fish, yeah.
Always.
But you just see, and what you see them through potions G-Mine that seem to be almost face to face with the guard that stayed out the door. As you walk, they both breathe a sigh of relief and let you through. As everybody leaves the council, do you want to say one last thing, snarky, sarcastic, or inspiring before the door is closed?
I don't think I turn around.
Fuck you. No, honestly, no.
And you leave and the door is closed. You two just see Algie and Tayson come through the door and the door closes. Neither one of them look back as they leave.
I think I give Tayson a pat on the back. I'm like, spoken like an actual leader. You've done very well.
The second you pat him on the back, his shoulders slump and he...
Tayson,
Okay.
being a leader doesn't mean that you don't have fear and anxiety.
There were so many of them in there.
Yes. Being a leader means that in the moment when it's necessary, you put those aside for the benefit of others. You can still have those feelings and still be a leader.
Oh, no, I don't...
In fact...
Good. It was a good day. No, don't worry. We're fine. I think I feel a little bit better walking into areas that are wider than 10 feet. Like, that's... Feeling better. Cool. Did our job. Very excited to be able to get out of here. Appreciate all the good words. Thank you very much. A moment, not a breakthrough. But thanks.
Poe says, but are they coming? Are they helping?
They need time.
Well, we did our best. They know, at the very least. Maybe they help, or maybe they don't die as fast because they're prepared. I'm fine with it either way. I mean, I'm not fine with it either way. That's kind of morbid, but you know what I mean. Like, we did our best.
Look, nothing is set in stone. They will... If you didn't get all of them, at least some of the clans down here, each one of those seats and factions, we may have got to some of them.
Okay. I probably should have asked who I was talking to at some point, but they kind of, like, told me to get to the point. So I didn't know if they were all, like, one governing body or... Okay.
You were smart to get to the point.
Cool. Okay. I was hopeful. Okay. I was really worried that they were going to have me, like, prove your strength and fight somebody, and I didn't want to do that. And that honestly, that couldn't have gone much better. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this.
The fact that they listened to you and let you walk out was a good sign.
You guys are walking, escorted back down the hallway you came. This time they don't stop at the door, they enter the hall of builders with you, making sure that you're heading directly out.
I'm not fighting this at all.
No.
No.
Tayson is fighting every inkling of his being to ask if there is a faster exit out, because he knows there isn't, but he's hopeful.
When they came out of the chamber, did the psychic whispers come back, or would I have to redo it?
No, it was cut off, so
Okay.
you would have to renew it.
So I am gonna use one of my psionic energy things to do it again.
Okay. Is there anything you want to say while they're escorting you? You seem to get the idea that when you go back through the crack, they're going to seal, or at least make sure you get out.
Yeah. So, what is the importance of this room, Augie? You seemed
the room
reverent of it.
This is statues and stuff at the moment, isn't it? Or is this more devices?
The statues
I
are
was-
barely there. There's some legs. If there were devices, they're gone. This place has been
I was under
left
the
to
impression
ruin.
this was like mostly rebel.
Mostly rebel. From my recollection, we us dwarves down here have, we could call it factions, clans. We all have different expertises. This was one of builders. This particular room would be a monument to them. And I point out like the barely like it's the rubble of indistinct statues,
Mm-hmm.
and go. Each one of these dwarves would have been the leaders of generations of the great builders down here.
And what faction are you from originally? What clan, I guess?
I am of the Silverbacks, but I had to abandon that.
What
I was a
exactly-
warrior.
What is the significance of the Silverbacks? This is all a conversation in their heads, by the way.
No, that's cool.
I know, but
Yeah, that was proposed because I wasn't sure that he realized.
if you're
this.
gonna ask, or if you're gonna answer, Algie, I want to be clear that
Hmm.
you're bordering on. Even sitting in that chair is, you feel uncomfortable because you know you're breaking some of the rules of the ward to help Tayson.
Mm.
You're
Yeah.
supposed to cast this off.
I've broken a few rules. Don't worry about that. I think in So I was in my head. I used to be a warrior, a soldier, and the Mithril back is my clan. It was of some significance. I won't go further into that than that.
And that's acceptable for now. I'm not going to push. But I hope one day you're able to trust me enough to tell me that.
Trust is not the problem.
Look, I already showed you my secret. Not many people know it. You're one of the few.
I feel like you're counting the rules that I've broken.
No,
he was
I'm counting how many people
she
know
had-
that she's a changeling at this point. You guys get to the part where everybody's going
Well,
back.
see, here's
through
the thing. People always thought it was just a different person, and like the Queen's the only one that it's been confirmed to, and Ava.
Right,
Outside of that,
and the
and-
Queen.
and our
And we're met
party.
again. Yeah. No, you
But-
guys head to the crack, and you're still having this conversation as you enter back into this giant area. And as you all are going, you get in. You guys hear Ava turn and say, I just want to be really clear. I am no longer a princess of Eldoran. I am a Dawn Knight of Holdsmere. If any of you come against Tayson Firewell, and she changes to angel form as the mace in her hand turns to a sword, and you hear the booming voice that you hear behind hers all the time. It says, I will release myself and destroy you all. And then she changes back, clips it, says, Toodles, and calls back through the crack.
You know, this point, I'm not as amazed by that as she thinks I am. And she says this out loud as she's crawling behind her.
That was for them.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Sorry, she's probably hungry. We haven't had anything awesome to eat down here, 'cause cave.
I mean, we did eat before our sleep.
The
last
dwarf
night.
with the axe on his back just says you're a lucky man. And trust me, we respect strength. That wasn't an insult. It's probably the kindest thing any of you said since you came down here.
Oh,
Now get.
all right.
Before she goes, then, like, as she's slipping through the crack, the dwarf sees Mirinda bring out her soul knife and just wink at him, and she stealths out.
You guys disappear down the hallway. As you go a little bit, you see a small metal ball the size of a baseball bounce into the cave. It begins to light red and it duplicates itself.
Oh, fuck!
And you guys catch the meaning, book, and you get just out of the range as the ceiling is blown and it collapses behind you. And this entrance is no longer available to anybody from the surface.
I think that went well.
Definitely been a lot worse.
Any political conversation you can walk away from, I guess.
That I've had a political conversation with has walked away. She kind of just like keeps going.
Ava just says, so what happened in the chamber?
We said our piece.
I'll tell you what, we can talk about it if we want to rest here, because we know nothing's going to come from that way, and we've got a long way to go.
Something can still come from that way. We forget things can dig.
Well, wouldn't that be a good thing? Because they went through the people back there?
Which
Like they
person
would
is saying
like
that to
kill
us?
them before they get here? No. You misunderstand.
As everybody's figuring it out, Tayson is literally laying out his bedroll and just like chilling.
As you all get ready here, we come out of Redigan, all the way back to Diaspora. As a small white dove flies through the air, you watch on the bow of a ship, a very beautiful but proud woman, stripes across her gown that she wears. Not typical uniform because there's no leather, but it looks cloth. It looks very royal. She bears a slight resemblance to Ava. As the bird comes closer, she snatches it out of the air, and as she assumed, it turns into a note. She opens it up. It's written in Orcish. She just smiles and reads it. She folds it. She turns, and as she does, she's on the deck of a giant airship with a balloon above it. But as she turns, you see 16 ships of different styles. Hers is streamlined with boards. Another one is spikes hanging out of it with hanging red banners seeming torn. As she touches her throat and says a few words. And says, "We are all going to Redigan. To help or die, we will find out then. Set your sails." You hear a few people, aye, 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 aye. You hear, "Admiral." She turns, "Yes." "Does this look like a political move to save your granddaughter?" She says, "If it is, isn't it my right?" And we fade to black. Thank you for joining us here at the Bros and Dragons podcast.
Hey, everybody.
Do-do-do-do.
Thanks for
Tunnel! Secret tunnel!
popping in. No more tunnel. They blew up the tunnel.
Blew up the mountain.
I tell you, we went a little long this episode, and I know at least one of us is not feeling great, but we got to do our goodbyes. So, hey, Posh, tell us where we can find you and stuff.
Hi, I stream on Twitch, Posh1993, or you can find me on TikTok, Posh1993 as well.
Listen, do your things.
Me?
Yeah.
So, tomorrow we have Windermere Falls on twitch.tv/Dead Society.
Boom.
Coming here soon, I will be on another actual play. We have not set a date for session 0 yet. However, that is going to be a Masks a New Generation campaign. I play here on Twitch as Geek Girl Lissa. I'm a variety streamer. Currently, I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 3. On Thursdays, this week we are actually hopefully starting back up for 2 Geek Girls. And that's usually around like 6 or 7 o'clock, depending on Crystal's work schedule. On the Aries Studios YouTube channel. Then after that, I tend to continue playing whatever game I've been playing. Fridays, every other Friday, I am over on twitch.tv/DAG show, so it's DAAG show, for the Firefly Crossing the Veil campaign. We are just getting off of Hera now for that, so I am about to continue with the emotional damage, because last session, my character got a note from her family after suffering all of the emotional damage. Saturdays, I produce a stream on the Aries Studios channel called Starfleet Confidential, and then Sundays, I play whatever game I am playing on there.
Also,
Oh, and you can find me as Geek Girl Lissa on TikTok and anywhere with buttons.
good. I was about to say those things, and then also probably check her on Wednesdays when Posh does his creepy sci-fi horror-y thing that he talked to me about a little bit, because that might happen in the future. I gotta talk to him about that more because I want to see it, but I don't know if I can plan it because my girlfriend, not the literal angel one, but the figurative one, will probably get pissed off at me if I take Wednesdays away. Hannah!
Sorry, I sneezed, I think.
You
I
can sneeze,
usually
it's
talk
okay.
more. I usually talk more, but I'm very sick. You can find me, Hannah the DM, on Instagram and TikTok, but also you should like our socials, Bros and Dragons, on Instagram, and Nerdworks with a U, NERDWURKS, on Instagram, because we be putting stuff out on that.
Thanks, Mayor.
Under new management.
Yeah.
Mayor of socials.
Recently
yeah.
elected.
I didn't vote for her.
I did. It was great.
But I did. Yeah.
There was a vote?
Yep.
Yeah, we had a vote.
I'm
I'm not opposed to this. I do too much already.
All
So
of the governing bodies got together. there were 2 yays and 1 abstain, because I always forget to tell him that he has to vote.
As it always is in every business meeting.
Doc.
It's 2 votes
Yep,
and an
it's-
abstain.
We got at least 2/3. It's fine.
What?
Your turn.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do anything. I mean, there's this podcast that I play on Tuesday nights where I ruin your childhood. There's this Thursday night thing where I fish in games that aren't about fishing but have fishing in them. I do this. Recently, I started up on a few socials at IMD and Doc because I was bullied by somebody, and I'm not going to mention names to do so. And I think that's about it.
I'm here. I live here. I'm here on Wednesdays. I'm here on Fridays. Sometimes I'm here other days, but I'm also here Mondays because I'm here right now. See? It's me. Hello. Point is, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Thank you very much for listening to the podcast. You can find it anywhere you find podcasts. Bros and Dragons. Do that thing. Catch up on the old stuff. Get the new stuff. And then come back here next week because Dungeons and Dragons is fun. With that said, Doc?
First off, I want to say, Hannah, thank you for being a trooper.
Yeah, everybody happy Hannah! Yay!
This episode is not sponsored by VapoRub, but it should be.
But it could be.
Vicks, please sponsor us because it's allergy season as well as like the beginning of like flu and cold season.
But remember to love one another. Keep it nerdy and live your dreams.
Later.
Bye bye.
That's